What's up guys, Shane here, Fugatech 3D Printing. It's mail time, let's get to it. Lots going on. So welcome back guys. So it's time for like the bi-weekly vlog deal here. I've got lots of mail to go over and a lot of things are going on here on the channel. But the very first thing I want to check into is another piece of fan mail. I think this is the most like gnarly thing ever. Yes, I brought back the word gnarly. This is like the coolest thing ever for me, is to have people that actually want to send me stuff. It's pretty awesome. So this came from a guy on Facebook. His name is David Honey, and we were discussing the 713 maker set of aluminum parts for the Fugatech FT5. He went ahead and ordered some of the parts, but what happened was apparently he got one of the parts wrong. I don't know if it was the color or I forget what happened, but he said, "Hey Shane, I was wondering if you'd want this, would you like it and just pay for shipping?" I was like, well, of course. I mean, it's gonna be, I'm not paying for the part. Shipping as like, for flat rate, what's this, like $5 or something like that? Well, he ended up go ahead and shipping it and then said, nah, you know what, don't worry about it, just take it. I was like, sweet. And I have here a gantry set by 713 maker for the Fugatech FT5. This is cool stuff. So this backside is blue, which I think maybe this was the reason why the color was off for him or something. Again, I'm not sure. This is to replace the melamine parts that are on the FT5 that hold the gantry. So that this is what holds the extruder and hot end together. Now this is the light version. This is made for a pancake stepper. So I'm actually gonna be doing a video on the Franken shuttle first. I'm gonna run the Franken shuttle for a little while, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a video on installing just this part here. I'd love to get a full 713 maker set. It's too expensive. I mean, in my opinion, it's a great piece. This stuff is high quality. It's very well made. It's just flat out too expensive for me. I just can't justify another $300 on a $500 printer. Again, that's just me. But I am super glad to have this. This will be real worth checking it out. Again, some people say, I get excellent results with the melamine parts. So I really want to see, does replacing that with an aluminum part actually matter? Is it going to improve my prints? So I'll do a couple test prints with this current setup that I have. I have the Franken shuttle ready to go. Just need to do an install video on that. And then eventually I will switch to this and do another couple tests, and I will try and compare them and see, does it really matter what's holding it together? Is what stock good enough? I think it is, but there's only one way to find out, and that's through some testing. So again, David, thank you very much for this. It will not go to waste. I fully plan on using this and testing it out in the near future. Okay, now that that's done, I have here some carbon fiber rods. It came out in the, well, Tech2C did a video a while back. I'll link his video up here because it was really good. I'm building a hypercube here eventually. I'm just working on getting all the parts together. And he discussed on changing out the X gantry with carbon fiber rods instead of using the aluminum tubes or steel rods, anything like that, because these weigh practically nothing. It's really, really cool, and they're supposed to do really well. So I have just bushings that I can test out on here. I have regular bushings from McMaster Car. I have self-lubricating ones, and I have just dry run ones, all to test out and see which one I like better. So I picked up 4 of these. They were, I forget how much they were, maybe $10 or $15 for the 4 of them. It really wasn't that expensive, is why I got them. Might even be $5. It took forever to get here, AliExpress, straight from China. It takes a while, but this is rolled, so it's really, really nice and smooth. It has a nice look to it. I think this will be, fun to test out and see how well it works. And this is the prescribed 10mm that's required, which is really hard to get in America. And even on AliExpress, it's really hard to get 10mm or anything in metric sizes, especially when it comes to tubing. So this will be fun to kind of check out. And I did pick up 2 extra ones because I'm thinking about making a DSLR rig, a shoulder rig, just for fun. There's some really cool ones on Thingiverse, and it needs 2 10mm rods. So 2 of these I can use for the hypercube, and 2 of them I can use for that little project. All right, the pile of stuff. So I picked up a wireless remote trigger. So this is so I can try and do some time lapses with my DSLR, which I'm recording on right now. I normally do my time lapses using the GoPros that I have now. I now have 2 of them, which is really fun. But I wanted to do a little bit more with the DSLR that I have because I just like the quality out of it is great. I mean, my videos come out pretty well, I think. 1080p. They look really nice. I try really hard to get the best quality I can get. The GoPro footages are okay, but they just lack just the color and the depth that I can get out of the DSLR. So I want to be able to do some more time-lapse style things, and I picked up this remote. This is a wireless remote, also comes with a wired one, and it's made for the Canon 6D, 7D cameras, not your like T4i, T5i, those ones, but more the full frame versions of the cameras. This is what this one's for because it has that specific connector. This will be fun to play around with. Went and picked up some more filament. So I have some inland yellow. I love inland filament, and their yellow is on on point. That's actually, you can't see it, Pikachu. I can link you back to that video here. Pikachu is printed in inland yellow. It's a great color. I highly recommend it. And I had not tried Hatchbox yellow. So this was another one I wanted to try. It looks really good and the pictures looks really nice here. A nice bright yellow, but I hadn't tried it. Their orange is by far my favorite orange I have seen to date. I love it. My daughter's an orange fiend, so she likes it too. So I wanted to see how their yellow would turn out, and you cannot go wrong with inland. You cannot go wrong with Hatchbox filament. If you have a bad roll, it's probably just that one roll. I haven't really seen too many people ever complain about it. This stuff is great. I really, really enjoy it. And I purchased this with my own money because I wanted to use it and try it, and I highly recommend it. Hatchbox actually recently reached out to me and said, hey, we really liked your wood filament review. We'd like to send you some more stuff. And that was it. I said, okay, great. So eventually there's some stuff coming from Hatchbox, which I'm really excited about, but who in the world knows what it's gonna be? We're just gonna have to find out when it gets here. All right, so got some 2 Hyper T4 coolers. These are for the extra server that I'm setting up at my brother's house. This is going to be my off-site, off-continent backup. Not many people can say that. I have an off-continent backup back in America. It's going to go in my brother's house. The CPUs that I got for the motherboard, they were the 5574, something like that. Purchased them a while back. I talked about them here a few weeks, 1 or 2 vlogs ago, something like that. So I got them installed with the stock heat sinks that come with the Supermicro chassis, and they overheated. After about, I'd say 5 to 7 minutes, just not enough airflow. I put a couple fans blowing right on the motherboard and they still overheated. So I went ahead and picked these up. These are going to fit inside of the 4U chassis. And this will provide the much needed cooling for those CPUs. So I'm gonna test them out here. Hopefully they work out really well, and then I'll be able to send them back to my brother's house and get this thing going. So I already had this. So this is a i5 4440 LJ1150 CPU. I already had this on hand. Accidentally bought this one a while back when I was building a machine. I needed 1151. I bought 1150 by mistake. So I still have it, still brand new, sealed in the box. I've had it for a while. But the motherboard in my pfSense box went bad. That was a bummer. So I went ahead and picked this up. So this will be a good little replacement for it. This will do everything I need it to do, and then some. Eventually might make the machine something else, but right now it's pfSense. If you're not familiar with pfSense, I'll put a link down below. Basically, it's going to be my firewall coming into my LAN, and I can play with a lot of different things. You can put VPNs on it and whatnot. So it's kind of a fun little project that I like to do, and a little extra step securing my network, which is really good to do. So this will be going in that. I don't know if I'll do a video on that, probably not, but who knows. So I got an email from a company called Tipeye, T-I-P-E-Y-E. Hope I'm saying that right, but it sounds right, like reads right, Tipeye, or Tipeye, I don't know. But anyways, they sent me a message saying, hey, we'd like you to review a 3D printing pen. I was like, I've never used one. That'd be pretty cool. So they went ahead, and it's interesting what we had to do here with them, because they are an Amazon seller, which I really, really like, and this came super fast. It's a Chinese company selling through, well, it looks like a Chinese company, it's a Chinese product, selling through Amazon, and they said, hey, we would like you to purchase through Amazon because we want you to have the verified seller on there when you do your review. Well, that's very cool. And they went ahead and PayPal'd me the money, and then I purchased it. So that was a very interesting way to do it. I cannot wait to try this out. This is gonna be really cool. It's my first 3D printing pen experience. So they gave me the pen and this huge bag of filament. I think there's 20 colors in here. So all kinds of colors, all kinds of PLA. So I think it'll be really fun. I've really wanted one of these actually to teach my kids a little bit more about 3D printing. My kids like 3D printing. They like to watch the printers. They like the things I make. But the fact that they could be able to play with something like this, you know, at such a young age, I think is a pretty cool thing. So there will be a review coming on this very soon, probably this month. I just have to put it in the list of things I need to review. So again, this is really cool. I never used one. I think it would be fun. All right, getting down to the bottom here. So here we have a couple of power supplies, I think. Yes. So these are 30 amp PSUs. The one that I bought blew as soon as I bought it. The seller actually, I wrote a review on Amazon. The seller hit me up right away saying, hey, we'd love to send you another one for you to test out. I said, well, I've already purchased 2 more because it was a great price and there were other good reviews about it, and I really wanted to make sure that maybe it was just a bad unit. That does happen, and I understand that, but I was easily able to return it in Amazon, no problem whatsoever. So these are cool. I mean, they're 30 amp, they're huge versions. They've got a fan on them. So these are temperature controlled fans, which I really like. Some people don't like the fan. They say it gets too loud. I don't think so. printers are loud enough as it is. 110, 220 on the side. So there's 2 of these. And I purchased 2 because one has to replace a power supply on the Fugatech, which went bad. And one I'm gonna need for the Hypercube once I get that thing built. So hopefully these work out and I'll be able to get the Fugatech back online real soon. And speaking of the Fugatech, so for like 2 months, I've been going back and forth with the seller of the GT2560 board that I have. And they finally have agreed to send me one. I was trying to be patient with them. It just really irks me, these Chinese companies that sell on eBay and just drag you through the muck. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Oh, you need to send us pictures. What do you need pictures for? If it's bad, it's bad. I don't understand. Aside of all of that, it's, you know, my fault for buying from a Chinese company to begin with this, because it's just been a huge issue with this seller. So I finally got them to send me the new board. It's on its way. I highly doubt it's going to get here before I leave to go on paternity leave to have the new baby. If it does, great. I'll try and install it. If not, I'm going to put the Slogo Uno board back on the Fugatech for now, just so I can get that back and running, because I really need another printer to be running to get through a lot of the reviews I need to do in the next like 3 weeks. May Maker Box, and coming really soon, probably this weekend, to you guys is going to be my April Maker Box video, which I just finished editing and uploading it last night. It's all good to go. I want to do this video tonight, and then you'll get that one this weekend, and then this review will be coming up as soon as I can. I'm trying to keep these up to date, but again, I leave at the end of the month. I'm gonna be gone for 2 months, so I'm gonna have 2 of these stacked up here when I come back. I'll have to knock those out real quick. And finally, we've got the Maker Geek box. So this is the May box, and I've seen some good things online about this one. So let's see what's going on. Okay, the May 3D Geek box. So we have 1 spool of Raptor HD Clear PLA. That's pretty cool. Raptor PLA is super strong. A lot of people rave about it, and it's expensive. $38 a roll. The box is $30. That's pretty good. Then we got some Maker Series PLA. So it's their standard PLA. Then we've got some batteries and some LEDs and some magnets, maybe. Maybe not, maybe. There's supposed to be magnets in here as well. Oh, there they are. Yep, they're right there on the battery. So you're supposed to be able to make throwies, and that's the little 3D throwie project, which is on here. So that's pretty awesome. So I decided I think I'm gonna do the videos on these. It seems to be popular. A lot of people, more people are getting these now. And if people are interested in what actually comes in the boxes, I'm gonna go ahead and do videos on them. So I'll do a video that goes over the little project, so I'll go ahead and print that. I'll do 1 or 2 prints with the filament. I'm not gonna do big reviews on each of the filaments. I'll do a couple prints. I'll do my Maker coin, obviously, and maybe, depending on the type of filament, if it's clear, I'll do like a vase or something like that, or if it's like a silky one or whatever it is. I'll do a couple prints real quick on them, and then give you guys a summary of like how it printed, if the spool ended up being good for me, because I have had problems with them in the past. But we'll, you know, go from there. And oh, here we go. Tiger Stripe Orange. That is a pretty fluorescent orange right there. That's kind of cool. And then we have the Raptor Series HD Clear. So again, this is supposed to be really, really strong filament. It's supposed to be really awesome stuff. I have not played with it yet, and I'm very interested to do that. There was a video a while back of a guy bending it back and forth. Do I have Raptor? I'm trying to think now what I have from them, because I have quite a few rolls now, probably about 10 rolls from them that I've printed over the time. I can't remember if I have any or not. Either way, I'm excited to try this out, though I will do a video on this a little later so you guys can see how their little thing printed, how the LEDs work. I've heard issues with those. We'll see how that happens, and we'll see how the filament prints. All right, so the very first thing we're talking about is the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which is up on midnight Thursday, June 7th. I'm gonna try my hardest. Today's the 6th. My hardest to get you this video today. As soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna edit it, render it, and upload it. So it'll probably come out the evening of the 6th. So you have right about 24 hours left when this video comes out in order to get your entries in. So I'll put a link in the description for the Gleam competition. Go ahead into that link. All the new subscribers, hello and thank you for coming. This is pretty cool. I got a lot more views coming in now from different videos that I've posted, which is really awesome to see. I'm glad to see the channel's growing more. So that competition will end, and again, that is for a Cube 3 3D printer and a legit E3D all metal hot end shipped directly to you. So another update, I've got about 2.5 weeks left to get as much content filmed as I can, so I can continue to put out content over the summer. I'm gonna be back in the States for 2 months. As of right now, I have no 3D printer back home, although I told my wife that I'd love to be able to do things back home. She's like, oh, we just need to get a printer back here. So I'm not sure if that's like the opening gate to order a 3D printer or not. If I did, it would probably be the Monoprice Select Mini version 2 to try that out while I was home, but I'm not sure that was the green light, so we're waiting, we're hoping for that. But if there is anybody out there that wants to send me a 3D printer while I'm back home to give me something to do, I can do a review on it, prints with it, whatever it is, that'd be cool. Otherwise, I will continue to post content 1 to 2 videos per week. I may do some tutorials just on my laptop while I'm back home, but I am filming as much content as I can to have regular scheduled content come out this summer for you. All of these bits and clicks of all the power, my goodness. Oh, there was one Patreon question that I will answer, Rayleigh, on Patreon, but I'm going to talk about it here, and it's what was my thoughts on the Core XY printers. That's why I'm building the Hypercube, which is a Core XY style printer. I'm very interested in how they work. I'm very interested in having a different Bowden setup from what I have on the Delta. I'm very interested in how the Bowden setup will work in that configuration. It's supposed to be very, very fast, very, very light, and very, very accurate. The Delta Bowden, I'm not terribly impressed. I don't know if it's the printer or the hot end or the knockoff E3D extruder. I don't know what it is, but I'm not impressed by it on that. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to how it all moves and learning that new technology. To me, it's new because I've never dealt with it before. So I'm very interested in that, and that's probably the best I can say. I think it looks cool. I think it's very interesting the results people get, and I think it'll be a very fun project for me to do. So once I get that built and I do some more work with it, I hope to be able to be a little more educated on the Core XY build. Now everything's out of the way. I'm gonna get editing this video and get it published as soon as possible. Again, Gleam link down below for my 2,000 subscriber competition if you want to win a E3D all metal hot end, and if you want to win a Cube 3 3D printer. That is one big prize package for you to win. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, you know what to do. Dislike, comment down below. If you want to help me out, best way to do it, subscribe. If you want to help me out with some of your money, Patreon link down below. Donate me $1 more. I greatly appreciate current Patreons. Thank you. You guys are awesome. So if you want to help me out without spending your money, head down to the video description. There's going to be a bunch of affiliate links down there. Update your bookmarks. Do your daily shopping with those. I greatly appreciate it. The Amazon one helps out the absolute most. They have an amazing affiliate program, and I think everyone that uses those, it's a very big help to me. If you want to see some other content, check out right over here some other videos for you guys to see. And until next time, guys, happy printing.